everyone. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome you all for this DataMites YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss about Power BI. Before that, I just want to speak about what is business intelligence tools. So we see nowadays business intelligence tools has become very popular, and like most of the people are saying, BI tools are very important. Why is it so important? Because now the world is dealing with the data. So when you have any data set, the very easiest way of understanding data is just by plotting graphs, right? So that's why business intelligence tools plays a very important role. That's the reason BI has become very popular. And like most of the business case, most of the business problems are basically instantly solved just by plotting, just by understanding data, by plotting different visual graphs. That is basically possible with the help of two intelligence tools. That is one is Power BI, other one is Tableau. Often there will be a debate like which is best among Power BI and the Tableau, but I see both are different in their unique way, and both has different set of applications, and you have different lot of things to explore in Power BI, and there are a lot of things to explore in Tableau. Both are important. Both are used in order to do the analysis. Both are used to understand like how data is what is happening with our data just by plotting different visual graphs. Okay, in this video, let's understand what is Power BI. As I told, Power BI is one of the business intelligence tool provided by Microsoft, which basically helps in analyzing, cleaning, visualizing raw data into a actionable insight. A very interesting thing about Power BI is, it's basically built on top of an Excel. Power BI is built on top of an Excel, which has all the properties of an Excel. Whatever you do in Excel, like cleaning using Power Query, same Power Query editor, we have it in a Power BI. The same visualization, the whatever charts you plotted using a pivot chart, the same thing we can do it even in a Power BI. Power BI is like just an interface where you see everything in a very formatted way, and using Power BI is pretty easy compared to an Excel. That's where business intelligence tools are becoming very popular nowadays. And the second reason is it combines business analytics and data visualization that basically helps organization to make data-driven decisions. So let's say, for example, if you have a Flipkart data, if a Flipkart company wants to know how sales is happening in different countries, which product is doing good sales, which product is giving very less profit. So all these questions are basically answered with the help of these reports. That's where, business analytics as combined with a visualization will give a data-driven decisions for the companies to make a better decision about their business. So one speciality of Power BI or any business intelligence tool is like it converts our data from different sources. You can connect to our different sources from different connections, and you can build our interactive dashboards and a business intelligence reports. Dashboards and reports are nothing but like you can just plot a different visualization with respect to your data. And dashboards are nothing but you can put all multiple graphs, multiple visuals in a single Canva, and you can interact with that particular report, or you can interact with that dashboard. That's the beauty of using business intelligence tools. So we have different components of a Power BI, like a Power Query, which is used to do a data cleaning and the transformation. We have a Power BI desktop. It's a free version development tool anybody can use. Like everyone are using Power BI desktop. Being a fresher, because if you don't have a money to purchase a Power BI service, obviously being a fresher, being a beginner, you can just go with a Power BI desktop. And Power BI mobile application, it doesn't mean that you need a desktop to practice a Power BI. You can also use Power BI your mobile phones as well. It supports Android, iOS, and Windows phones as well. And then Power Pivot. So Power Pivot basically helps you in doing the data modeling. If you want to make any connection between multiple tables, Power Pivot plays a very important role. And Power View, whatever visualizations we do, whatever graphs we plot, everything will be seen in Power View. And then Power Map. What if you want to compare your sales with respect to a different country? You need to plot a maps, right? Maps are nothing but it's a graphical representation of a geographical data. So Power Map is one of the components of a Power BI, and Power Q&A. You'll see the service only in Power BI service. It's in a paid version. So where you can ask the question Q&A section, which basically uses natural language processing, which is like a very popular concept or popular domain in artificial intelligence. So these are the main components of Power BI. So you might have a question like, why Power BI, right? So Power BI is basically used to access to volumes of data can be, you know, handled, and we can connect to our multiple sources and we can fetch the data and we can do analysis. Power BI basically helps to gather, analyze, and publish and share Excel business data. If you have a Power BI service, whatever work you have done, that can be shared across the world. People can look at your work. People can understand what's happening with respect to our different business cases. And using Power BI, we can analyze and we can share, massive volume of a data. Power BI also helps us. The very important thing is like it helps us to gain insights from our data, and in turn, those insights can be converted into an actions in order to make our data-driven business decisions by creating interactive, creative reports and a dashboard. For these reasons, Power BI has become very popular. You might have a question: who are all using this Power BI? So this Power BI is basically used by majorly. It's used by data analyst people. Their main role is like they have to deal with the visualization, they have to create reports, dashboard, they have to present that report to our stakeholders, company owners. They look into that, they look at like what's happening in their company, and based on that, they'll make some decisions in order to improvise the business. And nowadays, even data engineers are also using this, BI tools in order to create a reports and a dashboard. So data engineer basically build a pipeline in order to fetch data from different sources, right? So once they collect the data, usually they work on getting a huge amount of data. Once they get the data, once they build a pipeline. So whatever data that they have got, they need to transform it. Then they have to use the data in order to create an interactive dashboard, so that most of the business cases, business problems can be solved just by looking at the reports. And installation of Power BI is like pretty simple. I'll just show you the installation. Just give me a minute. So just go to our Google. Just go to our Google and search for go to our Google and just search for Power BI desktop download. So just search for Power BI desktop download. It's basically a Power BI desktop download. Go to our Google and search for Power BI desktop download. I hope you can see something like this. You can just download easily from a Microsoft store. You can just go to that Microsoft store. Just click on this. You have a first option like, get it from a Microsoft store. Just go to that, get from Microsoft store. Let me just open it. It will open a Microsoft store where you can easily download your Power BI. So usually we have like multiple versions in that we will be using Power BI Desktop because it's a free version for us. What you can do, you can see, I hope you can see a get option here. So just click on that. It will take some time in order to install. Once you are done with that, so your installation will be finished. After you install it, just click on open. So if you want, you can give an whatever instructions, whatever they're asking, like Word data in India. If you don't want to give, just you can cancel it, or you can just say next. So it will start downloading. It will take some time. I hope you can see the install option. Just click on install. It will take some time to install. After installing, it will show an option like an open, and just click on it so that Power BI desktop will be downloaded. I hope it's clear. This is all that I wanted to speak regarding like what is Power BI and also how to install Power BI desktop. It's a free version, anybody can use. Thank you. Happy learning.